Good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I thought I scheduled for 11:30. The Celtics game just concluded. Celtics won, by the way. Go Big Green. Oh my goodness! I was also watching a little bit of YouTube while I was watching the game. Haven't really watched much. Welcome everybody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm late. Let's see. Hopefully everybody's still here. Arkansas, mom of two, Barbie, Andrew, Banner B, um, United for Survivors. Hey, E squared, Coffee Talk. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? It's a good night here. The Celtics won. I was watching. Hey, Thumper. Was watching a little bit of crazy going on YouTube too. All you got to do is turn it on. You see it, right? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Oh my goodness. So the title of tonight's show is controversy. So let's talk about some controversy. Let's just get right into it. Um, let's talk about things nobody wants to talk about, right? You ever heard that song, Politics, Religion, and Her? Um, let's talk about it a little bit. Hey, Dusty, Shiz and Giggles, Charlie Girl, how's it going? Um, we got, of course, with the, tragedy in Texas yesterday, that age old battle of gun control is going to come up, right? And even yesterday, we had some disagreements in the way people feel about it. Yeah, I haven't even seen that, Thumper. I mean, I've heard about it from other people, but I didn't even see anything. Um, I saw where somebody messaged me and told me that Lisa, the knows, Lisa Bertoni, had admitted to rap that she had met me. And so, yeah, she did a couple weeks ago around Mother's Day. I don't know what day it was, but she was in Kentucky and, you know, she reached out and wanted to meet me. And she said she wanted to shake my hand. And so I did meet her and I did shake her hand. She apologized and, I apologized. And it is what it is. She went her way, I went mine. And, um, but, yes, I have met Lisa Bertoni in person. Um, and that was the extent of it. It was in a parking lot, and um, I got out of the car for a second, shook her hand, got back in the car, and went on our way. We went home. Me and Thumb went home. Yeah, I think so too. E squared. Hey, Angela, Chaotic Beauty. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to talk about some controversial things tonight. You know, um, oh, let me make sure I don't. Let's see, not tonight. Morticia, how's it going? Oh, you've met Garth Brooks. That's a good one. I've met Horace Gracie. Garth Brooks is my favorite all-time singer. Um, Horace Gracie's right up there on my list of people I'd want to meet. And I did. Horace Gracie, Larry Bird, um, people that are living. Hey, Mama Steph, how's it going? But yeah, so but I mean, they moved on right, right in their little chat. They moved right on, and everybody kept on bashing Ernie. So, I didn't post. I didn't say I was there. I just watched for a minute and then I left. But, Rap, of course, asked, "Did you see Jimbo and Ernie kiss while you were there?" Absolutely not. Royce Gracie, spelled with an R. Royce. Let me put it in here for you. Arkansas. It's Royce. It's R. It's spelled like the R is soft. Royce Gracie. He won the first several UFCs back when it was no rules and no gloves and no weight classes, and he weighed 170 pounds. And he's one of the greatest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in the history of the world. So I could imagine Garth Brooks is very nice. I mean, he's a super cool person, right? And I'm a huge fan. Like Garth Brooks he's way up on my list too, But yeah, we talked a little bit about, and then we're going to hear about it. I saw the Warriors basketball coach, throwing a fit, and crying and all that. And then I get it. I mean, I cried. I wasn't on the stage in front of millions of people, but I know his tears are genuine. But I cried right here in my home yesterday over those children and their families, and I probably will at some point again today. Tonight. Yeah, Moist would make a horrible name. You're right. Probably somebody that would be tough though. You ever heard the boy named Sue? A boy named Moist would be awful tough too, I'm sure. My husband spent the day with Garth Brooks, had him call me, and then husband was on stage with him at the beginning of a concert. He is down to earth. That is awesome. That is awesome. But we're going to hear lots of back and forth, and the politicians are going to take over, and they're going to sling mud at each other about gun control. And I absolutely believe in our constitutional right to bear arms, but I also, I'm not so bullheaded and stubborn to realize that we absolutely need more or stricter laws regulating who can access those. Do I think stricter gun laws will stop it? No, I don't. But if it stops one from happening, that's enough, right? If it saves one life, that's enough. It needs to be tough. It needs to be hard to go out and buy a weapon, especially an assault rifle. Or I know AR don't stand for assault rifle, but a high-powered rifle. I get it, hunters, that hunt, but what is the purpose of Joe Blow walking into the sporting goods store and buying a rifle that can blow a softball apart from 600 yards away? It's not necessary for that, those kind of people. Hey, Jenny Penny, it's harder to adopt a dog in LA than it is to get a gun. Yeah, but now, Jenny Penny, you could speak more on you're there in that area, but we still have gun violence there, though, right? Oh, you're saying it's harder to get a dog. Okay, it's easy to get a gun in L.A. Is it easy to legally get a gun in L.A. or let's see, there Banner B sent me this. Let me see. There are 130,000 schools in America. If you put 4 security guards at each school and pay them each $50,000 a year, that would be a total of $26 billion a year for taxpayers. Too much? Well, we just sent Ukraine $50 billion with no way to account for it. Does that make you scratch your head? Does that make you scratch your head? We have the money. We have the money to make it happen. Um, and you know, I saw something pop up in the news here locally that showed, because we are relatively close to Tennessee, uh, somebody like a month or so ago tried to force their way into an elementary school in Nashville, Tennessee, and the teachers attacked him. They took him down, and there was a battle, and nobody got killed. National Guard, that's a good idea. I mean, these soldiers are getting paid anyway, right? Um, that would be a great idea, I think. There's got to be some way. He bought one. Let's see. I'm a female and I have carried a gun. Let's see. I have carried a handgun. Most people I know carry guns. Most people I know have a concealed carry permit. Um, I'll be honest with you, my concealed carry permits is expired. Um, but when Trump was in office, and I'm not sure it's been rescinded or anything, but it kind of changed everything to where you really didn't need it anyway. Um, but and we got 30 people talking right now, and you probably got at least 20 different opinions on what could be done, what could help, and we need to voice these opinions not just to our friends. Um, let our politicians know, in big numbers. Create groups, and numbers are hard to deny. Florida schools bought more in security starting today till Friday, which is the last day of school. We got a call this morning about it. That's great. That's great. And right now is probably a heightened time to be on alert, right? Because then you're going to have these copycat idiots, or these one uppers, this fool that doesn't care if he lives or dies, who wants to be more famous than the fool in Texas. Um, right now I think is the time to be really careful. Super easy to get the Ford card. Huh. I think people need to recognize when people are having mental health issues. And then, I've seen some articles today where this boy's parents or grandparents, um, didn't think he was violent. He's not a violent person. Well, he wasn't violent until yesterday, right? Um, so especially if you've got a non-violent person buying weapons that are designed for war and posting them on social media and sending out vague threats or warnings, that needs to be a red flag. And how do you guys feel about, I know that, everybody's entitled to their privacy and all this. How do you feel about, the government being able to flag words or see into people's private conversations into their computers without warrants? Um, Honestly, I don't think, if it could only be used in a life-saving situation, if the information you found or heard could only be used in a life-saving situation, I think it would be okay. I wouldn't care one bit right now to give the government access to everything I've got. Full access. Go through there, check it out, keep a running tab on it. I don't care. According to the reports, the guy in Las Vegas showed no signs of any issues before and even after the fact. Yeah, and there's going to be those. There's going to be those, right? It's going to happen. Like I said, if we take all the guns away, it's still going to happen. You've seen people kill people with Kool-Aid. You've seen people create havoc and create followers, cult followings, and have people do things for them, and their hands are clean. That's what I say. Just legs. They can go anything. They can go through anything they want. If you don't have anything to worry about, and I get it. Privacy issues. Especially if there's some people who, have things going on. There's people who live double lives. There's people who have one family in Lexington, one family in Louisville, and they travel back and forth, and the one family doesn't know about the other, and it's weird, and they make it happen, and I'm sure those people wouldn't want that kind of stuff being brought out. But like I said, if the only reason they could use the information was to save a life, then have at it. And to be honest with you, there are those who believe the government does anyway. Just right quick, throw a 1 in the chat if you think the government can see your text messages and emails without your permission anyway. And they do. Yeah. So this kind of thing needs to be stopped, headed off. And like you said, sometimes there are no signs. Sometimes there are no warnings. But if we can stop one, if we could just stop one, we just say one child, one adult, one person, one human being from being snuffed out by somebody, that they don't even know for no reason. Wouldn't it be worth it? Wouldn't it be worth it to save a life? Okay. Anybody got any more other controversial subjects? We'll keep talking about gun control too, but what else you got? um, and like I said, I have seen over the last day or so some of these reports about this Jose, um, and prayers out to that young man's loved ones and whoever involved and care about that man, but and prayers that they find out exactly what happened. I don't have enough information to really even discuss it, that I know, so I would be lost. If you're not a resident, you wouldn't have needed a FOID card from here to receive his gun. You would have to follow your state law. My son just applied for his card last year. Needed a valid Illinois license, and I just checked. That's still a requirement. Oh, okay. There is a baby formula shortage. What's up with that? And why is that? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why? Um, is there a reason? No one does, but they discuss it anyway. All we know for a fact is he was found deceased. Oh, you talking about Jose? Yeah. I really don't know. And I was mistaken on some of the information that I'd heard about him in the past anyway. So I'm really lost. And then you see people talking about, heard there is a video on Justice for All or something like that, but I haven't watched it. Yeah. And that's where, a lot of these things we see, when you watch a video, and I'm a YouTube creator, and I put out videos, but when you watch a video that a YouTube creator makes, and I don't know this Justice for All, I don't know who it is, where it is, good, bad, ugly, I don't know anything about them whatsoever. But when you watch a YouTube video, you are viewing that situation through the eyes of that YouTube creator. It's not always fact based. A lot of times it has opinions insinuated or worked into it. So be wary of videos that you watch. You never know. Now, and this Justice for All could be all facts. I don't know. I'm just saying. Was the guy who originally interviewed Jose? Okay. That makes sense that that would be blamed shits and giggles. Infamous truth teller. Investigation started after 4 babies taking the formula developed bacterial infections, 2 of whom died. Abbott has said there is no link between its formula and the illness. Oh, so is there a big recall on the formula? Same here, Andrew. I used to think homeschooling was weird too, but I'm starting to see some definite positives from that. definite positives from homeschooling. Um, put a one in the chat if you never would have considered homeschooling, but may have, you may consider it now, or may would have considered it now after events over the past 10 years or so. It is a bit more a huge recall, then they shut the factory down. A popular manufacturer that makes most of the formulas because of the investigation. Oh, now we are getting formula from, oh wow, China. Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm gonna put a one in the chat. I definitely would consider homeschooling, whereas I never would have before. I never would have even thought about it. You know, my biggest issue would have always been one, that they're not getting taught by an educator, because I'm not a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher, but I'm not a teacher. My wife's definitely not a teacher. I mean, that's not something we're qualified to do. And the biggest reason would have been the social element. Kids, I would have been worried, are they going to be able to create and develop social skills? But now, it's just, you think about these kids at Sandy Hook and these kids in Texas and their parents, and do you think if they could go back and homeschool their kids, they would? I think so. I homeschooled. Coffee Talk said I homeschooled two of my boys because of the issues they were having one year and came back to public school, and they did great. Well, that's good. That's great. There are bullies in school, but Andrew, I think cyber bullies are worse than physical bullies. I really believe that. I believe cyberbullying is worse than actual physical bullying these days. I did not know that. Giggles. I did not know that. I'll highlight that for you guys. Y'all know a non-pregnant female as old as 50 can produce milk with a simple pumping system. I did not know that. My son does Penn Foster. I pay $50 a month. Is that a homeschooling program, E Squared? That's cool. Oh, make sure I didn't miss a message from. All right. I'm in Texas with a 10-year-old grandson. Scary. Oh, yeah. And, I saw, and I didn't know this yesterday when I went live, but this elementary school only went up to fourth grade. You realize these kids were all fourth grade or less? I think homeschooling is great for my family, and both of my kids get one-on-one attention, and both are way above their grade level. And I'm not a teacher, but I learn with them. It's a win-win. That's cool, Mama, too. And that would be a bonus for sure. And I'm going to tell you, I've got a associate's degree in science and human services. Graduated magna cum laude, and I've helped with my children's homework, and I'm telling you, it's tougher than it was when I was in school. The education is far more advanced. I learned a lot. Arkansas, not in Kentucky. I coach elementary basketball, goes up to 6th grade. Our elementary schools go up all the way to 6th grade in Kentucky. Let's see. Coffee talk. Let's see. Bannerby. What's she say here? Oh, somebody said not. No. See. Coffee talk with shining survivors, and today's bullying isn't stuff like you're ugly. Some of the things my boys say they are called is awful. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Some of the things that your kids hear now is just awful. Charles, I agree. I absolutely 100% agree with you there. I grew up in that school system. And you're correct. 100% correct. Our town is building a new school. It's pre-K through 8th grade. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Now, the school I went to school, of course, was 1,000 years ago. But I went to Loyal, and it was kindergarten through 8th grade. It was a small school in Harlan County. You know where Loyal is, right, Charles? I was not prepared going to college, and I made A's and B's. What I found in college, it's something I didn't do as much in high school, of course, but is as long as you stay ahead or, don't get behind, I should say, then you do okay. You're the same age as me, Shizzy giggles. Yeah. Oh, I feel 70. And in case any of you are, I had mentioned I saw my surgeon today, and I am getting my shoulder repaired on June the 8th. So I'm having shoulder surgery June the 8th. Hey, Snark Sister, how are you? Just like exit on past that might have turned to powder milk. Oh, you guys are funny. What? Read your comment saying you was not pregnant in college until Jimbo ran out. Arkansas might be on the sauce. Donate anyway. People who just had water. There you go, Banner B. Positive thoughts. Charlie Girl. If the government protected our children as much as they do the courts, this problem wouldn't be an issue, in my opinion. You're correct. You're correct. You don't see people going into a courthouse and opening fire, do you? It just don't happen. Thank you, E Squared. It's a minor procedure, but it's I've had it on my left shoulder twice already. The last one was about, well, I'm seeing it in my timeline now from May of 2013, so 9 years ago. But it helps. It helped me so much, and I look forward to it because, if you've never had frozen shoulder, that's the short term for it. It's It is terrible. It is some of the worst pain. You know, before they can do anything about it, you have to get to the point to where, you know, everything hurts. Um, you you can't you can't sleep at night because, you know, no matter how you lay, it hurts. Um, you know, even you can't use your arm to do anything. You know, and luckily before it was my left arm, and I'm right-handed, but it's my right hand this time, my right shoulder, and oh my gosh, just, you know, it's awful. It's awful. Not being able to use my right hand is awful. Um, you know, there's things I can do left-handed, um, but you know, like shaving my bald head and things like that. I have to get um, my wife to help. Andrew, yes, I have had many surgeries. I have had 2 back surgeries, 2 shoulder surgeries. I have 2 neck surgeries with 2 artificial discs in my neck. I've had lap band surgery, um, an appendectomy. Let's see. I think that's about it. Yeah. Well, my tonsils, and actually, here's your weird one. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard this happening. Um, when I was a boy, like 5 years old, I had my tonsils and adenoids taken out, right? Well, when I was 8 years old, guess what? Had to do it again. They grew back. My tonsils and adenoids grew back after having them removed. I think that's why my hair don't grow back real good now, because I done used up all my grow back stuff. Oh, E squared. I'm having awful back pain from the epidural blocks in both my surgeries. Yes. Yep, that'll do it. Yep, shiz and giggles. That pro wrestling it was too stupid. I mean, you know, I had some surgeries when I was a young man. I had my first back surgery when I was 23 years old. 23 years old, I had 3 ruptured discs removed and my spine fused. And what did I do? 6 weeks later, I was in the wrestling ring like an idiot. Dumbest decision of my life. Should never put my body through that. But I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm reptilian, right? Oh, it's going down into your leg. That hurts worse than the back pain, right? Yeah, that's the worst. I'm so sorry to hear that. E squared prayers for you. It's coffee talk. Check your back chat. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. To the nitty gritty. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Donald Trump is going to run for president or get the Republican nomination in 2024. Today's been your roughest day. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, from a guy who's had lifelong back trouble and back pain, I'll tell you, I don't know how you sleep, but I lay on one side for as long as I can until I have to adjust. But while I'm laying on my side, I get me a good pillow and put between my knees, and that alleviates a lot, or it has. Have a carpet needle in my ankle from a work accident. Oh gosh, hopped off a ladder and it went right into a bad spot. Foot slowly dying because it can't be operated on. Oh my gosh. Now this is too much for one night. Don't look like nobody thinks Donald Trump is gonna win the Republican nomination. Well, I want to say I think he will. I'm going to put one in the chat. I think Donald Trump will win the Republican nomination. Riding the DeSantis train. Oh. Oh no, Arkansas is having back problems with a bunch of old fogies. And I'll tell you the worst part about it is the older we get, the longer it takes our body to bounce back. Dear 1970s, please bring back heated water beds. Oh man, did anybody ever have a heated water bed? I did. All right, one in the chat if you had a heated water bed at any time in your life. I did. Those they were great too. Like, wonder why they. Of course, now the mattresses are so far advanced with technology. You got mattresses with zones in them, and you can massage an area and have one area up and one area down, and it's just it's kind of you know, mattresses are expensive, right? My mom would never let me get a waterbed. Oh, listen, I remember when the microwave first came out. Yep, I'm that old. Listen, my family thought they were going to cause everybody to have cancer. And they may be right. They may have been right. You know, but forever and ever, we didn't have a microwave because of that. Oh, those are nice, aren't they? E squared, the adjustable doctor's beds, the hospital beds. The new ones, some of them, like when I was in the hospital in 2020 and with that awful China thing, my bed would blow up and then deflate, right? And when it deflated, it was awful. I don't even know why they did that. Like, I think it's like to keep people from getting bed sores or whatever. That's the only thing I can think. But it's terrible. I mean, I want a soft mattress, right? Or firm, or not laying on that hard board under that deflated mattress. That's for sure. Arkansas. So I finally got to the doctor and was sent to the orthodontist. No, what's it called? Orthopedic surgeon, bone doctor, orthopedist. Anyway, they did some blood tests, and now it says something with my bone marrow, whatever they called, and they called today. Orthopedist. That's who I saw. Orthopedic surgeon today. Scheduled on MRI. You ever had an MRI? Arkansas? Orthodontist is teeth. Orthopedics is bones. Which I guess teeth are bones, right? Maybe ortho means bone. I think it does, actually. I don't know. See the new toy for the kids. They look like jellyfish. Kiddos can jump them like crazy. E squared, that is interesting, right? I think it's weird. My husband and I were both diagnosed with cancer within 14 months. Makes you wonder if it was something we were around. And that's a very good question. Um, is it something man-made that causes that, or that caused yours, or you know, I think there's so many medical mysteries that we're really not even close to having the answers for, that people just don't know, and that's one of them. Um, there was big theory of Harlem. Anyone living near the tracks? Well, I grew up in Loyal, right? Right over by the train yard. So I don't know. Mattress with no metal spring is what I hear helps. E Square probably found something in the food you ate. Probably. Could be. Oh, they did move it after a petition. They moved the 5G tower. See, I heard a lot of stuff about those 5G towers when they were putting those up too. Like people were saying that just that was going to cause lots of issues, lots of health issues, and it's just like with anything else. Though you hear so much stuff going on that you don't know, what to believe. It's just it's hard sometimes, you know. Nurse practitioner friend of mine thought it was odd too. Yeah, it is odd. That is, you know, and both of you have been relatively healthy, right? And then it's odd. Snark Sisters agree with Trump. She thinks Trump's gonna get the nomination. I really think he will. And I don't think it matters who the Republican nominee is. I think the Republican wins office in 2024, no matter what. Um, Not necessarily because they'll be the best candidate. Um, I just think I just think it's going to change. 1970, the first jumbo jet, the Boeing 747, makes its debut commercial flights. Oh, that's cool. Metal springs draw in electromagnetic. Hmm. Yeah, we all over the place, right? Donald Trump, gun control, hospital beds, water beds, high EMF radiation, Arkansas. Hey, I know somebody that's got an EMF detector. I couldn't help it. I could not help it. Bad joke. My fault. Oh, seen some EMF detectors at work here on the YouTube streets. Y'all don't make fun of me, but what is EMF emissions fuel? I don't know. Don't make fun of me either. I don't know what EMF emissions fuel is either. Somebody that has higher level of education would have to tell me that, or Google. Oh, tracks hold magnetics. ES pointed that one all over his head when he was ghost hunting and it didn't go off. They must have deactivated his chip. uh, oh, it's just EMF. Okay. Electromagnetic frequencies. Yeah, that either that or the EMF detectors that they got down in Tennessee didn't work. I don't know. I don't know. Good. You never know. You never know. It happened on YouTube, so it could be true and it could not be true. Then wouldn't more railroad people become sick if that was the case? I asked because my husband works for the railway. Now, my uncle um, retired from the railroad. He's been a relatively healthy man all his life, and he's in his 70s. So, he's not healthy now, but I don't think it has anything to do with anything that happened from the railroad. I think it was just a theory, chaotic beauty. Um, Tennessee issue was a user error. I see. Yeah. Yeah, people wear those electromagnetic bracelets all the time, right? The magnets that's supposed to help with um, arthritis and everything, right? Some people are sensitive. It doesn't help seem to affect everyone the same. Some people are sensitive, some are not. Some people get seizures and hallucinations. Yeah, yeah, and and that's true with just about anything, right? Your people's bodies react differently. Um, you know, when I had lap band surgery, um, I was told, there's a chance that your body will reject having this lap band inside your body, and if so, then we'll have to take it out. And I said, "What do you mean?" And, well, it's a foreign object, and your body may not accept it. It just depends on your body. So people's bodies react differently to different things, right? So it's and that's why I think a lot of medical issues and procedures and doctors is just educated guessing to try to see what works, right? Theories put in place um, to try to help those who are sick and try to cure those. I only learned all this when my husband started having seizures out of the blue. They sent someone to check our home for high MF, but it wasn't an issue. I just tried to sign up for that, and they said my insurance won't cover it. I was so disappointed. What what did you try to sign up for, Arkansas? Or E Squared said that guide that was with them looking at him like, "What are you doing?" She was trying to show them the equipment. He's over there rubbing, on his head. I missed that one. Oh gosh, isn't it though? That monkeypox, man. Um, it started out like that other one, right? Like, it's another country. He's not coming over here. Oh, bariatric surgery. Hmm. Is your hmm. Arkansas, message me. I'll talk to you about it. Maybe we can. Maybe I can help you with things that might be able to help get your insurance to cover it. Um, My sister needed gastric bypass. They said it was life or death, and their insurance denied it. She had to pay like 20 grand cash, Arkansas. Oh gosh. That's terrible, E squared. No, the lap band wasn't that expensive, I don't think. I'm disabled, so I got luck of the government, but helping me with 80% of mine. But since you self paid, it was more than that. Oh wow. Yeah, mine was like I paid like 2,500 out of pocket. Gain of function research performed by Fossey Flag. You just like the CV. Oh, okay. Yeah, be careful with that MP. You never know. Don't want to get flagged for saying bad things or things that we don't know anything about. I guess it's I have BCBS, but it's all go through the government. Also go through the government. Oh, okay. And it wasn't even cosmetic. They said she would die without it. Insurance is ridiculous. Yeah, you know what though? E squared, they dang sure don't care to take her premiums, do they? Like they'll take those premiums every month. You pay me, you pay me, you pay me. When it's time for them to help you out, then they're gonna fight everything you do, right? That's what insurance is a racket. Um, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. Oh my gosh. All right. What's going on in YouTube here, guys? I know I seen this, the news about the fella from from Tennessee there, or I don't know where he's from now, but from that case that has passed away this past weekend, I guess. Um, anything anything good happening on the streets of YouTube? I wonder where Steve's at. I wonder if he's moving right now or something. Employer insurance, she had worked there at least 15 years at the time. That is so crazy. Thank you, shits and giggles. Yes. Um, they just don't. These. I mean, that's how they make their money. They take everybody's money and then they don't give you anything back, right? Crazy crap on YouTube streets as usual. Yep. I seen a little bit of that earlier. I just had to get a lawyer to deal with my daughter's car accident stuff. Well, Jimbo, if it was, nobody would be watching, most likely. Right? Right. Exactly. The how about chaotic beauty and crime? What's going on with Mr. Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack? How's our boy Johnny doing? I understand that Amber's turn is finished, right? Her team has rested. Thank you, Coffee Talk. Problem, reaction, solution, just the game. Yep, you're right. You're right. He posted a video saying he landed in South Carolina, I think, earlier today. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Good deal, Snark Sister. Good deal. So yeah, I think Amber Heard's side had to rest, right? They have ran out of time. Okay. Charlie Girl said he is doing just fine. Snark says it takes special skills. Oh goodness. Deb has about 5.5 hours or 5+ hours, if I remember correctly. I also have had the bariatric surgery. Which one did you have, Snark Sister? I had lap band. My um, older two sisters, my older brother, all had gastric bypass, and it was rough on all of them. The gastric bypass was rough on them. Like listen to Jimbo on 1.5 speed. Hmm. uh, somebody was had one of those videos of ES going, and it's been months ago, and I was listening to it, and my wife goes, "My God, what is he hopped up on? Like he's going crazy. Is he on something?" I said, "I don't think so." She said, "He's talking fast." I said, "That's they've got it sped up, so it don't take up as much time. They've got his words, the videos sped up." Hmm. They talk about the sleeve now. Yep, a lot of people get the sleeve. Um, the one thing about the lap band that was was sold on us um, is it's 100% reversible. If I don't want it in my body anymore, I can go have it taken out. It's adjustable. If I'm gaining weight, I can go have saline put in the band to tighten it up, and it restricts how much food I can eat. Um, if I can't eat enough, I can go have some of the saline taken out, and I can eat more. Um, it's adjustable and reversible, and they don't have to cut my stomach. You know, with the sleeve, they cut your stomach in half, right, and then put a sleeve over the rest of it. Now, a lot of people have had the sleeve, especially the newer, um, what do you say, customers, I guess, or patients, and that's and it works well. Um, Not enough for Duggar Coffee Talk, in my opinion. Oh, let's see. Blue Cross. Ryan Duke was acquitted. I don't I don't get this kind of stuff, man. Like some reason the band wasn't one of the options they had. Hmm. And some surgeons, only do specific surgeries. Um, my surgeon he wouldn't do the bypass. He would do the sleeve and he would do lap band, but he was a lot of surgeons won't do anything but what they're you know specialized in, and that's okay. Johnny's trial is killing me. I'm so exhausted, but I can't sleep. So I'm doing good to get 4 hours of sleep, and that's on a good day. Oh, wow. You're going to have to get you some rest, Chaotic. I bet you Johnny goes to sleep at night. Had mine at the University of Michigan. Oh, that's cool. I paid $50 for mine. Did it in a hotel in Mexico. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Wait for the Depp Heard verdict. It's going to create an all-out outrage. Mark my words. You think so? I think shits and giggles. If Amber Heard wins, it's going to be straight chaos. I think if Johnny Depp wins, it'd just be like a big celebration. Apply for a medical loan. Wow. E squared. My father was murdered, and the man got 13 years with some time served. What in the world? System needs work. Does need work. Does need work. Between his trial and keeping up with all the other cases while being a night owl is tough. Yeah. Yeah, you do keep up with a lot of cases too. My hat's off to you for all the work you do and research, and it's just a great job. Feel it's going to be a hung jury. They don't do hung jury in a civil case, right? It can't end in a tie, right? Huh. The the justice system, while we're talking about controversy, is well, it's a joke. It's pathetic. It's just it's awful. Hey, Sky watching. Um, and you got you know people who don't know what's happening in a lot of these cases, um, that absolutely are brainwashed or you know schmoozed by a criminal that has nothing in the world to do except have you eaten out of the palm of their hands. Nothing in the world to do but dream up lies. And, you know, it's disgusting that so many resources are wasted. Um, so many people have their lives ruined by people who, in my opinion, deserve the death penalty. Um, Banner B says, I think chaos will come from them deciding the loser doesn't have to pay that much. Like instead of 50 million, it would be like one. Oh no. Oh, wouldn't that be awful if the judge said, "Joke's on you, huh? Here's a dollar." I'm hearing good things though from someone reporting on a juror's reactions. Well, that's good. And chaotic, by good things, I'm sure you mean good things for Johnny Depp, right? I think Turd needs to serve some time. Oh. Ryan confessed in the first 90 seconds walking into the police department, so he was not coerced or forced in any way. He said he was on drugs, and that's why he confessed. I'm going to go back and watch the whole trial. I only watched the verdict and sentencing so far. Yes, only good for jury. Okay. I think Johnny Depp just wants his side heard. You know, you may be onto something there, man. Like um, if you are a person who has been slandered and drugged through the mud publicly, um, and then trying to have your name ruined, maybe taking it to court publicly on this big of a stage would be the way to let people know, would be a way to bring awareness to your side, right? I'll listen to Johnny because I got time today. Right. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat, guys. I think someone is a Johnny fan. No. I think this is a pro Johnny crowd here, though, to be honest with you. There's a lot of Team Johnny going on in here. A lot of Team Johnny going on in here. Oh. I hope the jury doesn't take forever making a decision. I would expect they might take a little while, honestly, because there's going to have to will the jury decide the money, or do they just decide who wins and loses? Because if they have to decide the damages done and all this, it could take a while. Hollywood is done. Now they desperate measures. I don't think Hollywood's done for either of them, really. It may be may have taken a hit now. I feel they both equally guilty. It's an interesting stance. How can anyone not be Team Johnny? Have you seen him? Well, yeah, I'm not that impressed with the way Johnny looked. Honestly, if we're going by looks, of course, I would think Amber's better looking. But, I'm a male. Bodu's got 25 years for concealing her death, and Ryan that confessed got 10 at Coffee Talk Shining Survivors. Oh my gosh. Johnny is beautiful. Well, I'll give you that. God, he looks good for his age. How old is Johnny? Did we go over that already? How old is Johnny? I don't think Johnny was a perfect husband, but I don't think he beat or mentally abused Amber. She was a witch to him. I agree with you, Banderby. I think they both made mistakes, and it definitely wasn't a picture perfect marriage on either side. But I don't think he was physically abusive to her. I don't. 58. Okay. Amber looks like poo. So did Amber drop a portrait on Johnny's bed and say the dog did it? Till June the 9th. What's June the 9th? Is that the Surely that trial's not going on to the end, right? It's over, right? Oh, he's 58 till June 9th. He turns. He turned 59 on June the 9th. Johnny's birthday is June the 9th. Well, he's 2 days after Molly's birthday. That's cool. That's cool. See, we got Molly's birthday on the 7th, my surgery on the 8th, and Johnny's birthday on the 9th. It's 3 big days. Oh, goodness. Jimbo won't be able to celebrate because he'll be in recovery. Well, I probably won't be able to use my arm, that's for sure. But I can't really use it now anyway. So I'll wear a sling for, if I remember correctly, I'll wear a sling for about a week. Then start doing some physical therapy exercises. My team going playing in nationals in June, like in mid-June, well, late June. So hopefully we're recovered by then because it's a beach town. Taking the family on vacation and playing nationals. So 2 birds with 1 stone, sort of. I'm going to let the team know that I'm retiring. After our last game, I'm going to call a team meeting and just tell them thanks. Turd poo was analyzed by a scientific expert. Yeah, it was it was doggy poo, right? It was doggy poo. Oh, Amber's going to send him a happy birthday card. Well, that's cool. Amber, or not Amber. Oh my gosh, chaotic. She's going to kill me now. If I go missing, you all will know what happened to me. Okay. I did not mean to call you Amber. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what happened right there. Oh, 10 more days, 19th. My late husband would have been married 29 years. Imagine having to bring a scientist in to see if your wife pooped in your bed. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, please. It was a slip. She's mad. I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. They couldn't wait to get that work that day. Inspect poo. Oh my goodness. That is so bad. I mean, honestly, you have to have a lot of hatred or disdain or disgust or what in the world, whatever. What do you have to poop in somebody's bed? We are friends. We are friends. My bad. My bad. It was an accident. I was talking about Amber and I saw it on a message on one of the um, chat posts and comments, and I just when I said it, it just came out. It was my bad. My bad. Who goes to school to inspect poo? I wonder how they even determine that. Like DNA? I don't know. Like it's just that's terrible. That's terrible. I'm going to start the last season of Ozark tonight. If you've seen it, do not spoil it. Watch the first 3 seasons. I'm going to start the last one tonight. Maybe watch 2 episodes. We'll see how late I feel like staying up. Someone who was reincarnated from a dung beetle. There you go, Coffee Talk. Talk about a shitty day. Oh, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to poo it. She is not worthy of the poo on his shoes. Team Johnny lives strong on the stand. We will have to have when the jury starts deliberating, whenever they are getting ready to announce, we may need to do a watch party or something. A Team Johnny support watch party. You know, you're correct, Shits and Giggles. With that said, I feel like she's no longer full of shit. She is not. She got rid of some of it. You guys are on a roll tonight. You guys are on a roll. All right, guys. I've had a lot of fun chatting with you guys tonight. I appreciate you coming in. It's getting a little late, so thank y'all for hanging out with me past midnight here on the East Coast. Anyway, we'll plan a live for tomorrow. I'll try to be on time. I can't believe I was late. Oh, I thought I had it set for 11:30. We'll start not so late, but we'll still start a little later in the evening tomorrow, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. I bought the husband and future son-in-law both door Sauvage for birthdays and in hopes that he will appear in my life. He might. You know, you never know. You never know. If Amber wins, the poo flies. All right. Yep. Thank you guys so much. You all have a good night. Remember, Texas strong. Let me put that in there one time. Texas strong. And prayers for Texas. You guys remember those folks in your prayers still. And you know, pray for these politicians that maybe they'll make better decisions and we can get something figured out to prevent this kind of thing in the future. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. See you guys tomorrow night. I'm Jimbo coming to you live from the stand.